Today on the House of Wellness, you'll find out what your hands really say about you.
So the dryness can be a signal of iron deficiency.
Life, laughs and fabulous scent with the amazing Delta Goodrem.
And I'll have some great ideas for those last-minute Christmas gifts.
So join us and enjoy summer just that little bit more.
That's got to be good for your health.
Let's all get well, stay well, live well and look fabulous right here in the House of Wellness.
Morning.
Hello everybody, welcome to the House of Wellness and a look back at some of our favourite stories from the year. The gang is all here. Looking forward to Christmas, Zoe?
I love Christmas, if you couldn't tell. I turn into a bit of a kid, I know.
Really?
Subtle.
I mean, I couldn't quite get that from the hat you're wearing.
No, it's just something little, subtle. I put on.
Fantastic. My two boys got their advent calendar. All chocolates finished by December 4.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would eat it straight away.
Well, you see, that's why I got an advent calendar that is stationary, little cute little, like an eraser here, and because I'm a better parent.
And do you know what? I found the perfect advent calendar for you, Joe.
Yes.
It is a bottle of red wine every day of the week. Every day, no, every day of December. You get a new bottle.
365 days?
That's just your fridge. No.
Goodness me.
Good times.
Wowee.
What about you, Gerald? You've got
He fell off.
We've had a fall.
We've had a fall.
What about the grandkids? That's super exciting.
Oh, it's an exciting time, and the Advent calendar is a highlight when in the build-up to Christmas when they come, and yes, we struggle to stop them going ahead in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the most exciting thing to get up in the morning and open the next window of
Yes.
I've started just feeling all my presents and shaking them.
Oh, really? Oh,
I know.
you shouldn't do that.
No, you gotta, it's guessing.
No,
it's fun.
because then you put your fingers through the paper.
Okay, calm down. Let's not peak too soon, okay? It's not Christmas Day just yet, even though I wish it was. We have a show to do, and Bianca, you are kicking us off. You're looking back over this year's stories.
Yes, move aside everyone. I'm starting with my hand story that I did.
Right.
There is so much that we can tell about our health and our wellness just through our hands. So this is one that had everyone talking. The human hand. It's an evolutionary masterpiece. They come in all shapes and sizes, big, small, long-fingered, chubby, but every single one of them has a story to tell about their owner. I love hands. It's the first thing I notice when I meet someone. Might have served me well in my career as a professional netballer. Actually, pretty well in life. But they say your eyes are the windows to your soul. I wonder what our hands tell us about ourselves. Humans have been reading each other's hands for thousands of years. More than 5,000 years ago, the ancient mystics of India began peering into people's palms and reading their future well-being. But in 2018, doctors don't have to be palm readers to observe incredible insights about your health. For instance, this is Tina Webke. After losing nearly 100 kilograms, she then conquered aggressive cervical cancer, and today is her first consultation with endocrinologist Professor Catherine Samaras, who always examines new patients' hands first.
Gee, your skin is dry. Dry. So the dryness can be a signal of iron deficiency. It can also be a signal of thyroid disease. Is there thyroid in the family at all?
My mother had a thyroid issue.
Yeah. So Tina, looking at your hands, I think there is something going on here.
According to Professor Samaras, the appearance, function and form of our hands speaks volumes about us, especially when something's not working right. When looking at somebody's hands, what signs are you actually looking for?
The hands are almost like the window to our body. They can tell us about our nutritional status, about our metabolism, whether we're drinking too much, whether we've got other rare conditions. For me as a clinician, every time I shake somebody's hand, I'm already starting to examine their hands and get information about their health.
Our hands rely on a symphony of body systems to function properly. So as a first step, doctors will look at our palms, skin texture and in particular pigment to predict any potential issues.
If you've got liver disease or if you're drinking too much alcohol, this actually goes deep red. So I know that's a sign of liver disease.
So, what do you think of my hands?
So I can tell just by feeling your hands, you don't have an overactive thyroid, that you don't drink too much alcohol, that you do quite a lot of weights.
A few calluses there.
There are.
Catherine's approach to assessing my hands and health is based in modern science. However, the practice of palmistry is thousands of years old and still powering today. Paul Fenton-Smith is an expert in psychic sciences with over 30 years studying the art of palmistry.
Well, the palmistry that I use is Greek palmistry. It's about 2,500 years old.
And how long have you been studying it?
Since 1978.
Oh, that's a long time. And why is it the hands that give you so much information?
The original theory was this, that aside from the eyes, the hands have more nerve contact with the brain than any other part of the body.
Modern palmists, like Paul, evaluate a person's character or future life by reading the lines on their palm. And strangely similar to what a doctor might do, he also considers fingers, fingernails, skin texture and flexibility.
What I'm looking at here is how firm the hands are. Yours are quite firm. That firmness in the hands indicates resilience health-wise. You bounce back fairly quickly.
Yeah. It has to be said, there is no scientific evidence to support this kind of reading. But if I'm honest, Paul did get a few things right.
And you love a job where you can change people's lives. You like a job that actually is meaningful. So in tray, out tray stuff's not enough for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. And so in the interest of comparing what some people would see as the rationalism of modern science to the superstition of an ancient knowledge, I set Tina up with Paul to see if her hands told a consistent story.
In this case, it's not strong anymore, but the Pluto in the past, if that had been as strong still, possibly in the reproductive organs here, there could have been some issues.
I did have aggressive cervical cancer in the past. Aggressive cervical cancer, so I've survived that.
OK, Paul's on the money there, but there was the odd miss.
So you've got about 7 lines here on Saturn. Saturn people tend to be fairly lean.
I've lost 100 kilos.
Wow. Wow.
So there you have it. Who would have thought our hands could tell us so much about the person we are and our inner health? So next time somebody takes your hand, you're probably telling them far more about yourself than you realise. Our hands, they really are a window to our health, aren't they? And GQ, I had no idea that medically you look at our hands to tell about what's going on.
What it shows, Bianca, is how integrated our whole body is. So things can happen somewhere and then show up in other places. And again, it's so important to use your skin as a bit of a diagnosis yourself as to how you are generally.
And dehydration, you can really easily tell, can't you?
Very easily, just by pinching the back of your skin, yes.
I know, but
It's like with dogs too.
Same thing.
It's interesting how in that story they said if you've got dry hands, that's a really bad sign. And I just thought that meant that I hadn't moisturised enough.
Well, it does. So logically, you should moisturise your hands constantly across the day.
Is that true?
Yes.
Constantly moisturising the hands.
Yes.
It's quite an effort. Yes, you're
I
right.
know everything can be an effort, but we just need to do it.
Okay, we'll keep doing that. Now, Bianca, thank you so much. That story did get us all talking. The palm reader, he was great. We both had our palms read, Joe.
Yeah, so it said that if you are a big worrier, you have 3 to 4 more times lines in your hands. So...
Did he say that was you?
Yeah. I spent a lot of my time going, oh no, what will happen? Are you a worrier? Oh no.
I'm so relaxed. Just a little dry.
Just with dry hands.
Yeah. Well, he was interesting. I want to talk to him a bit further about what's going on into the future. Don't go away. So much more to come here on the House of Wellness.
High five. Yeah.
Right after the break, we'll revisit my chat with the fabulous Delta Goodrem.
And still to come, my guide to great Christmas gifts for the young or young at heart.
We're celebrating the best of Christmas and the best of life right here on the House of Wellness.
Welcome back to the House of Wellness. Now, I'm going to make you guys jealous because I'm going to remind you of one of my favourite stories of the year. Delta Goodrem. She's an Aussie star and no doubt one of the best people we know. She also follows me on Instagram. Thanks, Delts. But when I heard she was giving an exclusive one-on-one interview, I snapped into gear. So, Ed, I did see your name on our official whiteboard, our planning board.
Yeah.
You were scheduled to do the story with Delta. So I scratched your name out and I put my name there.
Oh, that's not playing by the rules there. I can't believe that.
Huh?
Well,
do you mind?
seriously.
You went to the official story planning board and scrubbed my name out.
Yeah.
And put yourself on the story. Have I not told you about the official planning story?
Hey, you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. She's had 17 top 10 singles, picked up 16 arias, starred in hit TV shows, won a Silver Logie and has her own perfume line. Yep, you guessed it, I'm talking about Delta Goodrem. She's one of Australia's true superstars. And since she's burst into the spotlight at 15 years old, Delta's always been in demand, seemingly juggling touring, photo shoots and her TV commitments with ease. Today, it's the launch of her new scent, Dream, at Sydney's Chiswick restaurant. And I'm about to catch up with Delta amongst the whirlwind to discuss how she keeps balanced beauty, health, and her amazing career. Because we are here, we are in the world of Delta.
Yes.
It is a big day.
Yes.
Fragrance launch, TV interviews, writing songs, performing. Everything it's a lot. It is a lot
Yes.
for you. Is this a normal day?
This is a normal day.
Is it really?
This is normal. No, today is an extraordinary day because it does feel like when you are sharing an expression of creativity, expression of connection, where I actually have in my hands the actual work that has happened and it's come to life, and then you get to hand it over and it goes out into the world, and then it's got its own story separate to the creation, you know?
Let's talk about how one does it all and still looks fabulous. Because let me say, like when I am...
It's called wearing mismatched pajamas at night time and then pulling it together the next day.
Yeah, what is it? What are some secrets? Do you get like those IV drips? Like give me some insight.
Look, I'm definitely not your poster child for this. A bit of everything is the key. Balance of life. I've kind of learnt when it comes to myself, exercise makes me happy. I enjoy exercise.
Yeah.
I feel better when I do it. I feel better when I'm eating better, but I also love chocolates, you know? So I know that that's a part of my life. I'm gonna get to, I enjoy my coffee, but I enjoy being healthy. So I stay happy by having the balance of a bit of everything in moderation is all right.
And do you need downtime? Like does Delta get to sleep?
Look, you know, sleep's a bit debatable at times. Look, you know, we work hard and we play hard, and we, at the same time, for my voice, different cycles. You know, sometimes I get a bit more sleep than others because singing voice needs sleep. I'm still an athlete. It's knowing the simple things with healthy living and not excessive in any department, then I think that you can have a really well-balanced, you know, fun, but still healthy life.
Now, back to the perfume for a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a perfume that reminds me of my wedding day.
Wonderful.
What are you hoping for when people wear this
My
fragrance?
wedding day?
Yeah. What do you want to feel? What do you want the wearer to feel?
I want them to feel like anything's possible. I feel like...
Is that where dream is? It's like...
dream, imagine.
Go for it.
You know, don't hold back. You don't have the time to hold back, you know? And I think that this perfume, what I imagine is sort of that they see dream on their counter and they go, okay, that's right, you know, just visualize.
I got the guts today.
Imagine.
Yes.
But I think then it's also just spraying it and going, you know, you can also feel hot and smoking at night time too.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there
a dream? It starts with that.
Is there any ritual you have with it?
I never, even on TV or going on stage, I always just make sure that last spray just before you walk out, like just feeling fresh, ready to go. They say that you can actually change the energy by, you know, spraying perfume by smell.
It makes sense.
You know, it's just sense. It makes sense.
And now, look, you say the word sensual and noir and all of these like beautiful kind of, I don't want to say the shadow side of Delta, but it is like, it's
we all have all sides.
Right? It's a different dimension. Where are you in your life that you're like sensual noir? Like what's going on?
Yeah, great question. I'm a woman. And I think even when I got to know everyone, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So I think
Neighbours.
Neighbours. I was back on Neighbours. And we've had an extraordinary
many different chapters. This one's been super interesting. I love the fact that it feels like this chapter is quite sensual and it's very womanly, it's very truthful, it's very in your face a little bit.
I need a bit of sensual.
Yeah.
You know, having a baby, I need a bit of sensual in a bottle that I can like bring into my real life.
Thank you. Yes, Ma, I can give one right now. Watch this. Watch this.
Give me some sensuality, honey.
Oh, you've got it in spades.
Thank
This will
you.
just enhance it even more.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you know there's so many facets, and I think we do forget that she started on Neighbours as a teen.
Oh, she's so many different sides to Delta, but you know what I love? I think she's such a great role model for the little girls who they see her like on The Voice and they see her singing and with her fragrances and stars in their eyes.
I mean, I gave
love that.
her first radio interview, but
Did you?
I believe someone went and changed their name on the official storyboard planning board.
I mean,
I could have
you
spent
hurt.
the afternoon with Australia's songbird.
But you
Stole
have
it
had
from
your
me.
moment, and it was my moment.
Well, I don't know if you recall that we also did interview Michael Bublé.
I was so jealous about
I know,
that.
because there was a name on the board and somehow my name was there.
Is this how it works around here? I just got to cross someone's name off.
Hang on. Sorry. Joe, are you saying that my name was next to Bublé?
I don't know, somehow my name appeared there. And we had a moment with Bublé, which was very special. You'll see that.
From now on, no one touch the official planning board. It's a warning. You.
Okay, I promise I will.
No.
One of my favourite guests that we had on was Elise Knowles, my renovation friend.
Yes.
Wasn't she great? Another positive role model.
Amazing. So strong.
You're
Yes.
just tinkerers in the office, you lot. I'm watching every one of you.
Gerald
and we thank you for watching us. Stay with us. There's plenty more to come on the House of Wellness. No one touch anything.
After the break, my tips for those last-minute Chrissy presents.
And later we'll talk fragrances, fashion and the festive season with the glamorous Real Housewife of Melbourne, Gina Liano.
Lots more best of 2018 to come on the House of Wellness. Welcome back. Well, unless you've been living under a rock or perhaps your children finished their advent calendar in the early days of December, you might have lost track, but Christmas is now just 6 days away and I'm proud to say, everyone, I've done it. I've done it again.
What have you done?
I've left it until the last minute. I haven't even started
Oh my gosh.
my Christmas shopping.
Are you joking?
I don't think you're going to freak out about this. I can feel the panicking.
Oh,
welling
I'm
up.
with you, Ed. I have not started at all.
Good.
But this is tradition for me. I just leave it to the last minute, get it all done in one day. I mean, I have a good think about what I'm going to buy people, but I just wait.
I think that's the key. I haven't started either.
Good.
But I've made lists. And you've got to make the list.
check
And
it out.
I actually have a spreadsheet with the names and the things next to it. I just haven't gone to get it yet. So in
Some
my
of the
head,
panic-
I've ticked
yeah.
it off.
Making
panic
me
comes
very
from you.
stressed.
I can feel the anxiety.
3 of you have done nothing. There's going to be nothing left on the shelves. You're going to be getting weird socks that no one wants. Yes,
I've got a list.
The parking's going to be a nightmare. It's all going to be huge queues. I'm telling you, I finished mine in October.
What?
That's not Christmas.
Oh, it is, because I'm just going to get rapping. I'm going to get Bublé on. I'm going to start wrapping my presents and get in the zone.
You know, you're not very likeable right now. Because the whole of the country is going, oh, she's one of those
Oh, they're
organised
going,
people.
I'm just like her.
Your wife of 50 years has done everything for you again.
I'm
this
like
year.
you, Ed. I'm very relaxed this time of the year because that phrase just spins in my head. Gerald, Christmas happens for you.
It's all done.
Oh, lucky you.
It's very reassuring.
Have you ever wrapped a present?
Yes.
Yeah, when?
I wrap one for myself.
This is what Christmas was like before online shopping. Quigley. This all happens.
See, the wrapping is so important because
Yes,
how
it is.
delightful is it when you get to see someone that you really love
Yes.
open up the present.
Yeah.
And you get that sense of satisfaction that you've specifically chosen something that is perfect for them. So I've got some suggestions together to help you with that process.
With Christmas just around the corner, it can be tricky to find the perfect present for the young people in our lives, especially those fussy teenagers. So I've enlisted the help of a couple of mums, and together we're going to bring you some great gift ideas. Anita, Catherine, your daughters are 12 and 13. What sorts of things are they into?
I think it's really important that they look good, so they're really into that sort of area.
And they're really into skincare and knowing what makes them look good.
Well, absolutely. They're at that age where skin really is a concern, and You know, this is a really good little gadget. A Sonic Mini. It's a vibration cleanser, so they're not using their hands. And look at that. It's 1 minute twice a day.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Anything that requires charging, they're into.
My daughter loves the celebrity perfumes. They're just great and they give them attitude.
We've got Ariana Grande here.
My daughter loves Ariana Grande.
She's such an inspiration. I'm going to just... Spade Power by Misguided. Perfect for the sassy, cheeky young thing. And then we've got beautiful Delta. Everyone loves Delta. Oh, gorgeous. So what is the next thing that your daughters absolutely love?
Makeup.
If your daughters are anything like mine, always in my makeup.
Absolutely.
This saves your makeup, and look at that beautiful palette there. What are your daughters into?
Fantastic.
They would love it. She would love that because, you know, she's always watching YouTube and following the styles. Great package.
My daughter loves eyeshadow, all the different colours, and that
And
looks
look,
great.
that's already been matched, so it's not going to be too much of a disaster for them. They won't look so horrendous.
Yeah.
And look at the price. What a great stocking filler. OK, something for the boys. Who doesn't love David Beckham? He is the most groomed man alive, and there's nothing you can't get in this range. He's got face wash, shampoo, conditioner. You've got beard oil when they get to that age. We all want to look a little bit like Bex, don't we?
My boys are very active. They're into all sorts of sports.
Yes.
And hygiene is so important and smelling good as well.
So important for the rest of the family. Yes. This is awesome, this pack here. You've got the Lynx Black, which comes body spray, body wash, antiperspirant, all in one. They don't even have to think about it. And, you know, because it's Lynx, you got to get them a fly spot as well to keep the girls away. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. We got time for lunch, ladies.
Let's go.
You see, that's how you do it.
Organised.
Stop, shop. And do you know what I really love? I love a gift pack that has a few things in it.
Yes.
Particularly for teenagers, because teenagers feel really special when they get that, ooh, it's got everything, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm sorted.
Watch number 4, though. That looks like a doozy. Wow.
Do you know what I do when I like to buy gifts? Like, so I was buying you girls something.
Yeah.
I'd buy something I really loved because I think that you'd really love it. You know, then something a bit generic.
Yeah, but how do you know I would like what you like?
I feel like you would.
I like to put myself in the shoes of the person I'm buying
that's
for.
also
True. And even you can stalk their Instagram pages.
Great idea.
I know. If I checked at your Insta, Zoe, I would see all your favourite things. I could just go and buy them straight away.
Oh, that's so more clever than my idea.
How would you know what model car to buy her?
Well, that's true.
Do you know the hardest thing is buying for men? Would you agree?
The worst.
Oh,
There's
Gerald,
so many nose
your poor
trimmers.
wife has been married to you for some time, and she would imagine that you've got everything you could possibly want, and I know that she would spend some time going, what am I going to get him this year?
And in return for that, I did wrap something. I carefully wrapped some golf tees for her the other
Oh, my goodness me.
For
day.
yourself?
No,
For you or
no, for her.
Oh.
Did you get us anything?
Later on, I have got some very
Imagine
special
he
little
came without
things for you.
This is good. Well, it's a case of good news, bad news, everyone, when it comes to Christmas shopping. The good news is there's still 6 days till Christmas. The bad news is there's only 6 days till Christmas. Get cracking. We'll be back with more of the House of Wellness after this break.
Next, the fabulous Gina Liano is on her way to join us on the couch.
And later, we'll reveal the year's most popular nutritious to delicious recipe.
We're celebrating Christmas here on the House of Wellness. Welcome back. This is the House of Wellness. We're looking back over our favourite stories of the year, but we've also invited some of our favourite guests back into the studio.
And I am amazed our next guest even has time to visit us again. She has a perfume range and a tanning range. She's a lawyer and she's, I love this, a marriage celebrant as well.
Why not?
I know. She does it all. Now, on top of that, you're a famous socialite. That's a fun thing. So this time of year must be very party. And hopefully we can make it a little party in here today just for you.
Tag
Oh,
along.
wow. I think
Gina
I've
Liano,
partied
hello.
enough.
Gina Liano.
Hello.
Enough, party.
I party enough. We can keep it simple.
Relax.
Yeah, I came here to chill out.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to talk about, you've had a massive year.
I have.
Can you name a couple of highlights?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think probably starting as a celebrant has been a bit of a highlight.
Tell us about that. What a
has.
wonderful thing to do.
And launching new parts of my range. But, well, I just decided to do it. And I've had weddings most weekends this year.
No way.
It's been fantastic. I had my first bride last week. How do they book me? They just go on ginalianocelebrant.com.au, fill in the form and
You'll pop
I
up.
respond to them.
Do you find some people don't know how to express their love in a ceremony and you have to help them with that?
I write the whole script.
do you?
I express it all, yes.
So do they have a meeting with you, explain their relationship, and then you create
We have a
it?
phone conference, then we meet and I have a questionnaire, couples questionnaire there. And I ask them things like, just in one word, how would you describe your partner?
Lazy?
And,
No, sorry.
That's just
Came out.
Daz.
some of the things I don't.
Sorry.
Some of the things I don't put in the script, like MILF.
That would be fun, though.
No, it is fun. I keep it nice and sweet, but it's actually a lot of fun because it gives them couples an opportunity to answer questions together that they wouldn't normally, talk about things they wouldn't normally say. Like, what do you love about her? Or what do you love about him?
I like it. I'll tell you what, can you do my wedding in March?
I would love to.
Okay, I better meet someone.
And then I was you're not married.
He's manifesting.
I'm not married. We'll get married. That's okay. I'll marry us.
I don't believe you're allowed to marry yourself. Anyway.
I'll pop up. I'll do it.
Somehow.
We've been discussing what our favourite Christmas traditions are, what we're looking forward to. What happens in the Liano household?
Oh, gosh, we go to Mum's, usually, my mother's house. And so I think there's about 13 with all the grandchildren, and she cooks for 500.
We'll pop over
I think,
then, there'll be extras.
I think my son said she cooked 5 kilos of chicken schnitzel last year. So, and that was just one thing between the chicken meatballs and the roasts, and you come away.
I want to come with you. That
It's
sounds
like,
amazing.
Mum, why for you feed me so much?
You need to borrow Joe's Edam dress.
I have an Eton dress,
eating
which is
dress.
not tight like your beautiful frock there. It's like got room for growth.
I always wear tight, but it's got stretch.
Yeah.
You need it.
Cheating.
Let's talk about another highlight of the year. The brand has boomed. I'm loving the tanning. You've obviously still got the 3 fragrances.
Yes.
You are a glamour queen. This seemed like
Thank
a
you.
natural progression for you.
It does. Well, I mean, I'm a bit of a tough customer. I know that. And so, I'm very fussy about what things smell like and the texture of things and the quality of things. And so when I developed the range, I spent a lot of time. I probably spent 18 months developing the tanning range.
Do you know, everyone says that tanning range you've got is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
Smells amazing.
It smells amazing. There's no popcorn smell. I think last time I was here I mentioned that. Some of the fake tans, I've been wearing them for years, and you'd smell like you'd
Is
been in
this
eating.
yours?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is.
And I mean that by not her just natural skin. That is
No, that
her.
is
The
my
colour
tan.
is from...
The bottle.
But it's got a lovely, almost like a rose
It's
gold
got a shimmer.
glow. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, that's this.
yeah.
This one here is. But I.
Ed's already dibs that.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you?
And what about the fragrances? I love that as a last-minute gift option because it can be really personalised and it looks like you put a lot of thought into it.
Well, and they're beautiful fragrances.
Yeah.
And they're affordable.
Yeah.
That's really the mission when I developed those with Chemist Warehouse was that people could afford them.
And they represent a different part of you, right?
Yeah.
Each one. Is there one that's a softer, more feminine than
Well,
one
I think
that's more power?
probably the first one is, it's like a floral oriental. My mum loves that one, and a lot of guys wear that. It's got sandalwood in it. It's gentle and it's very light.
Okay, you
I
can
want
have that
tough
one too.
barrister flavour.
No,
That's
the
what I
tough
want.
barrister would be the fearless, the red one, and that is actually a beautiful fragrance. It's a bit stronger, and the inspiration behind that was Christian Dior fragrance.
Okay.
And
bit more luxe.
Gosh, there's many layers
very
to
luxe.
Gina Liano, aren't there?
Yeah, and then Luminous is maybe more of a summer fragrance, I think, but I wear that every day. I love the Luminous one.
Yeah, it's good.
Got it.
I like
Fantastic.
it. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
it was a little
you.
bit of a party, but like a
Little
relaxed
party.
like soiree.
Yeah.
I think I'm a party wherever I go, the hairdo and,
Yeah, you are the party.
It's like a carnival.
Yeah, thank
I
you
mean,
so
do you
much.
go to Coles like this? Is
Yeah,
this
I
where we
don't really
see-
go to Coles anymore. Last time I was in Coles, I had a whole lot of things in the trolley and I was stopped for a photo and I sort of was sliding things under the shelf thinking... we probably don't need that in the background of the photo. So I just order online, but I know what your question is, yes. I go to court every day. I wouldn't wear a dress like this. I'd wear a suit. But yes, I'm always dressed up.
Yeah. Lovely. Well, thank
day.
you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining us,
Thanks for
Gina.
having me.
We hope you have a beautiful Christmas with your
Yes.
family and enjoy that schnitzel. We will be here after the break on the House of Wellness.
Welcome back. Now, as you know, every week we feature a nutritious to delicious recipe from healthy chef Zoe Bingley-Pullin, and we explain that you can go to our website, houseofwellness.com.au, for the full details on all those amazing treats she cooks up for us.
And Zoe's recipes are some of the most popular pages on our site, and you know why? Because they're delicious and nutritious, but they're fun, fun to make, and people think that healthy can't be fun.
Absolutely, it can be fun. I think there's so many different ways that we can create foods that give us plenty of energy as well.
And out of all of those nutritious to delicious recipes on our website, this one was your top pick for the whole year.
Number 1.
Today, we're making sugar-free protein snacks packed with nourishing goodness. Start by mixing extra virgin olive oil with pure honey and heat gently over a low flame. Mash 2 ripe bananas, then mix in almond meal, baking powder, blueberries, hemp seeds, rolled oats, probiotic breakfast smoothie powder, and the melted honey and oil. Spread the mixture into a lime pan and bake at 180 degrees or until golden brown.
Yeah, yummo. There you have it. Blueberry, banana, breakfast bars. Number 1 that was. Why do you reckon that was the most popular recipe? Anybody? Anybody?
Easy and breezy.
Yeah.
Easy, breezy,
and healthy.
and great for kids' lunches. And when your kids come home from school and they're reaching for snacks and they go for the easiest option, which is usually like a packet of chips or something.
Yeah.
You go, no.
Yes.
What about the blueberry breakfast bars?
It would be one of the things your children wouldn't swap at school.
Yes, and you know what? I hate making breakfast, so I just grab them to eat in the morning.
There you go.
Yummo.
And as we mentioned, the place to go for all those amazing, nutritious to delicious recipes is houseofwellness.com.au. There's great ideas for staying healthy and happy. You can watch our stories back and even contact Gerald.
As we become more aware with our health and well-being, what we're putting into our bodies is also important too. So certain foods that offer natural benefits are getting more attention now. It's A to Z of vitamins time, Gerald.
This is fascinating stuff, Ed, because we've talked health and wellness for a long time.
Yep.
But there is a move, though, to try and understand the concept of a whole food.
Yes.
So there's an apple, for the, if you didn't know.
Thank you. Okay.
So there's an apple, and in there's probably hundreds of different components. And sometimes we think we're smart and think, well, let's extrapolate one component. For instance, quercetin from outside the peel.
Peel.
But when we take that out,
me,
we
I'm not an
actually
expert.
are jeopardising the integrity of the whole product. So there's a move now to look at apple and honey as not just something that you throw down, but it actually has therapeutic actions as a whole food.
Food is medicine.
So
Food
we should
is
have
medicine.
1 apple a day?
1 apple a day. In fact, there's evidence to show that 2 apples a day
That's a
will
lot of
help
apples.
lower cholesterol. Yeah, but if you've got high cholesterol
an
or
easy
a
way to
tendency,
fix
it's one of the ways you might consider.
So food is medicine, right?
Yes.
And I am obsessed with gut health. It's like my favourite thing to talk about and to do. I know, it sounds dull.
Great at a dinner party.
Well, you know what? I could teach you a thing or two. I'm no GQ, but you know.
Yes. Yes,
can
I've heard your tummy.
Excuse you.
I've heard your tummy.
I know that there are definite things here that help the gut.
Yes.
Can you help me understand what they are?
If you help that mixing bowl, which is the first part, so digestion starts in your mouth,
Yes.
but then it continues very much in your tummy. And that's got to be in good shape, some efficient shape to digest food, to get the benefits of all the components of that particular food you're eating. So that's where apples come in, because you can actually, out of apples, produce apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
So that's fermented apples.
Fermentation is a good gut health
Of course,
thing.
because it's essentially feeding the bacteria in our tummy.
All righty.
Fascinating.
Quick one.
So how long after we started taking apple cider vinegar would we expect it to have a good effect on us?
It depends the sort of shape your tummy's in. So this is an instant stuff, so give it time.
A for apples, Gerald. Thank you for that great advice. Well, the A to Z of vitamins brought to us by Barnes Naturals. Barnes Naturals only use nature's purest ingredients to craft their range of naturally active health food. Guys, Christmas is coming, and we're coming back after this quick break on the House of Wellness. Welcome back. Well, we covered many real Aussies doing amazing work for others in our House Hero segment this year. And, you know, one of the most popular was the story of former Australian rugby player Phil Kearns.
Yes, Phil is tireless in his efforts to raise money helping sick kids in hospital, and for good reason.
My son, Finn, would have been about 16 or 18 months old, was rushed to hospital with suspected meningococcal. We had 5 days in intensive care at Royal North Shore. We slept on the bunk beds that were in there. I think they were straight out of MASH. Whilst the staff and everything were magnificent, it wasn't the most comfortable of stays. And so I thought, OK, what's a good way of trying to make some money and just raise 10 grand and do something and give back a little bit. It got a little bit out of hand after that.
Phil's a larrikin. He was a champion football player and he's a champion bloke. I mean, to come up with this crazy idea of running up a hill that steep to raise a bit of money it did seem crazy.
You know, there was only supposed to be one Balmoral burn and we've had 18 years, $33 million. And it's become just a remarkable community day. The wheelchair race that we do is just phenomenal. Those guys getting up that hill are just beasts.
There's something ironical about raising tens of millions of dollars for Humpty Dumpty, which is what Phil has done, and then he finds in the middle of that he needs the equipment to save his own daughter's life.
As I drove down the driveway, I didn't see Andy, who was about 15 months at the time. My other son ran out and he said, "You've just run over her." And when I got to Royal North Shore Hospital, I realised that the equipment that was being used on her was Humpty equipment. She's physically perfect. Mentally, she's a 14-year-old girl. She's a pain in the butt.
I love my dad, but I don't say it much. I think my dad's a hero. Definitely, he saved so many little kids' lives and all that stuff.
Just being down there on the day is just a special vibe where someone will spend $1,000 and $200,000 on a piece of equipment to save the life of someone that they'll probably never ever meet.
Oh, it's so amazing. And since we ran that story, Phil Kearns has certainly not been putting his feet up as a result of the Humpty Dumpty Foundation and all those generous donations. They're about to deliver 125 pieces of equipment to 90 hospitals and healthcare centres around Australia.
So good.
Amazing. Incredible. And as someone who's had a daughter in intensive care in hospital when she was a tiny baby, you just can't imagine how important that work is.
Hands up who has had a hospital visit with their kids. It's fun. So yeah,
Oh my
stay
God.
overnight and you need all that equipment. So it's a great move. We do that Balmoral burn.
That hill is
Oh, it's so
intense.
I go out with my boys and they can't understand why their legs aren't actually on fire, but it feels like they are.
Oh, $33 million raised.
wow.
$33 million. What an achievement.
And it's a good time of year to be giving.
Come
isn't
on.
it?
And you know what? It is about giving back. And if you don't know where to give back, Humpty Dumpty's a great place.
It is.
Or
But
you could give to us.
well, look,
Ed,
it's
one thing at a
time
time.
for Christmas gifts. I've come bearing gifts for all of you. I have chosen them from the House of Wellness Christmas gift guide, and they're specially chosen for each of you. I've put a lot of thought in it. Okay, so Bianca, you've got to go first. Okay, for you because you're such a goddess.
You know me so well.
I've got some
Bondi Sands.
self-tanning foam dark.
And I know, dark. I
Gotta
need
go
the dark. My
Yes,
lily white
Zoe
skin.
Marshall.
Oh, do it.
Oh, we go Ed.
Zoe.
All right, okay, Ed. We
Jump the
have
queue.
we have for you because I know that you train hard and sometimes your body might be a little tender. We've got the Fit and 50 Tens
that's
therapy
good.
device.
Thank you.
It's really good on your lower back, your joints.
This is a little bit left field, but I used this when I gave birth.
Yes,
On my back.
People do.
It's like a TENS machine and it gives little shocks. It was very
It's a
helpful.
little electric pulses that really helps with the pain. Yeah.
Great,
Yeah. So
okay.
if you're giving birth anytime soon,
Yes,
it'll be
thank you.
helpful. Zoe, gorgeous
Finally.
Zoe. Look at this beautiful oil garden rose gold Christmas vaporizer. I know that you love.
I love a bit of meditation, a bit of vaporising.
Uplifting.
Very Zoe.
And that
Uplifting
can be
scent.
operated from your phone.
No.
Yes.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking.
It's amazing.
But listen, isn't it pretty? The rose
very
gold.
pretty.
Yes.
I'm going to turn it on now for you.
And Gerald, you've got a very large box.
Oh, look,
I see.
This is going to. This
Oh
is
my
going to.
Whoa.
For the Quiggulator.
Whoa.
I have got. This is going to build my muscles.
Are you in bulking phase?
Yes.
Obviously he is.
You know,
He's
my
got
husband
all of
admits
his...
he uses all of this, and he's got great muscles.
He's got dynamic whey, he's got a water bottle, he's got the Nivea men's
My God, not more?
bag.
Oh, and I'll help hold this.
A Spark Ignite. Now I need that.
Oh, yes.
Spark Ignite. And my Nivea.
Thanks,
You
Joe.
are
After you're all
sorted.
sweaty at the gym.
I'll be.
Oh, and for my husband, my beautiful Dr. Daz, I've got him a beard trimmer, the gorgeous drawn face, and well, it's a beard trimmer, but he doesn't have a beard, so you can imagine what he'll use it for.
Oh, that, my friends,
Christmas.
is all we have time for today. We'll be back tomorrow, everybody. So join us for another edition of the House of Wellness and another look back at some of our favourite and indeed your favourite stories too from the year just gone. What are we all bringing to the show? Anybody? Somebody?
I'll have my suggestions. So I've all your last minute shopping that you need to do.
Thank you.
I'm here to help.
Need that?
Yeah, and I'll start shopping.
Good.
Will you?
Are you sure? And you know what? We're meeting one of my faves, chef and My Kitchen Rules star Pete Evans. I'm so looking forward to that.
Right.
Yes, and we're revisiting our time with the amazing Michael Bublé.
Our time. Alrighty, I know what you're all
Yes.
bringing to the show. This is going to be fantastic. I'll bring my cranky face because someone, I still can't believe this, I was cheated out of meeting Delta. Not fair.
We'll get
You know
over
what? Don't worry, guys. He'll get over
We
it.
had Bublé.
We had Bublé,
I'll
and it was
never
very
take Bublé
special.
from her.
Okay, you two. Now, thank you, everyone, and thanks to our friends at Chemist Warehouse. We're going to see you all tomorrow on the House of Wellness. Bye.